tell me what the issue might be with this one? They're two different U's, right? Which means, once again, I need to split them up. So this is the, and do not skip steps, guys. Good notation means everything. So I have 3 sine x over 2 dx minus the integral, I'll go ahead and keep my constant there because I did the first one. 0 to pi over 3, 5, cosine pi minus x dx. Dx on both of them, right? Everyone with me there? Just split it up. That's a 3. So now on this one, let's work this integral. What is u? X over 2. Which leaves du to be 1/2 dx. So solve dx is really 2 du. Okay. 0 becomes, remember, plug it into your u. What does it become? 0. Pi over 3 becomes 5 over 6. Right? Because you're plugging it in here. And pi over 3 over 2 is still pi over 6. You can KIC if you need to. You with me there?
Yeah.
So I have the integral from 0 to pi over 6, 3 sine u times 2 du. That's really the integral of 0 to pi over 6, 6 sine u du. What's my antiderivative?
Negative 6 cosine.
6 cosine u. Do not plug back in for u. Well, let's plug in pi over 6. What is cosine of pi over 6? Okay, guys. Pi over 6. What is cosine? Square root 3 over 2. But it's times negative 6. So square root 3 over 2 times negative 6 will end up giving me negative 3 square root of 3. What is cosine of 0? 1. So it's actually minus negative 6. With me there?
Yeah.
So that's the first part of my answer. Now I need to go back and do the other integral. So, what is u here? I minus x. So du is then
Negative
1 dx. So dx is just negative du. 0 becomes pi. Pi over 3 becomes 2 pi over 3. Is everyone following how I'm getting these? We're plugging in for x right here. Plug it in for x, see what I get. Now, here's a slight issue, which we'll get to in a second. I now have the integral. It's got to go in the same order. 0 became pi. This became 2 pi over 3, correct? 5 cosine u times negative du. You with me so far?
Yeah.
But this is an issue. Which one's bigger?
Pi.
Pi. So I need to flip this, which in turn make it negative,
Yeah.
which will actually cancel with this negative to begin with.
Yeah.
So this is the integral, 2 pi over 3 to pi, 5 cosine u du. You've got to plug them back in the same order. If you need to flip it, flip it. Just make it negative. What's my antiderivative? 5 sine u, evaluated from 2 pi over 3 to pi. Nope, because the go backwards, derivative of sine is positive. Okay, so plug in pi, what do I get?
Negative 5.
0. What is sine of 2 pi over 3? I do believe this is 2 pi over 3. Square root of 3 over 2, right? Because this is the point 1/2 square root of 3 over 2, all students? Yeah. Okay. So it's square root of 3 over 2, but it's times 5, right? So we really have 5 square root of 3 over 2. Okay. There's the second. Now, remember if I go back up here, it was the first integral minus the second integral. So for my answer, it is that first one minus this, which is actually plus, right? Minus a negative.
So you can add the integrals even though they're on different intervals?
Well, I've already evaluated, so the intervals aren't even a roll now. Yeah, you have to keep going. Now let's combine like terms, right? Because that's square root of 3. This one needs a 2 over 2. So you can minus 6 plus 5. So actually I have minus square root of 3 over 2. Go ahead and write it as that. There's my answer. It's long. It's complicated.